CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 48 of the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Last time, we were talking to Gina, and Iris, and it was discovered that basically there was some contemplation about why Susato would know about a manuscript for a book that Iris hadn't published, and so they were debating, was Cholm's lie. So Gina decides to go out to Windibanks to investigate, only for Sherlock, Ryu, Nasuke, and Susato run some thugs. The thugs shoot Sherlock, and then we discover that Windibank is dead and that Gina is the prime suspect. Though, frankly, considering Windibank's history of threatening to kill himself, I am pretty sure that basically Gina could at least get an innocent if their basically gunpowder wounds were detected. There's not much I can do at this moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't just stand by, sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. And then Phoenix, and then 100 years later, here Phoenix is going around actively investigating murder scenes with a 9-year-old girl. But I don't want to leave her all alone here, either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me.
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris will appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Okay, anything new to investigate? Okay, yeah, we got everything. Okay, we're all set. So let's get a move on. New location has been added. Let's see Iris's things. Okay. You haven't been as well yet.
You haven't been this place yet. Don't forget to take me with you when you go. You haven't been to the yet, did you?
Oh, yes, don't go.
It's always quiet when Hurley's not around. I love act moves, don't you? They're so exciting. This place is different to normal today, for some reason. You know, I think a visit this place would be a really good idea.
Yes, St. Steiner's Hospital. '16th of April, St. Steiner's Hospital. Ward 3.
Honey! Oh! He's not here!
No! That's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what probably happened. Honey was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he was sent home.
I'm not sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh.
Hello. What are we here?
This ward's off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing here then?
Well, I have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Well, beg your pardon, madam, sir.
A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mysterious solver has a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It has been several hours since he went in.
Oh dear, is he going to be alright?
Well, it does appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
Oh.
I've heard reports that the gentleman claims he have had a bit too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyways, I think it would be fair to assume he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
Oh, poor Hurley. Why did I give him that extra cup of coffee?
There's a noteboard on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron.
Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to poison all of the medicine and the people. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients.
Rats and mice. Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholm's sake. Okay, check around. Let's look around, see what else we can see. Okay. I investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out at this place. Okay, then what was my thing over? Okay, the bed. This must be Mr. Sholm's bed.
Poor Hurley.
I know, it looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't think that'll bother him.
No?
I have to find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world.
I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. In that case, Naruto wouldn't like how I take some naps sometimes, because I do that sometimes. The stiffness of the floor can feel pretty comforting on a carpeted floor. Okay, crutches. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris?
Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold on each arm, you see?
Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort.
Why would there be weapons in a hospital?
I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and had been brought here along with his weapons.
That's surprisingly plausible.
Okay, nothing else in the hospital. Nothing else. Let's move. Prison. 16th of April, local prison, cell 13. Hello, Gina. Surprised they let her keep that.
Oh, you saw the grenade launcher Hurley I made.
I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. Why, you here for?
Ginny?
I have a feeling it's because of us that you end up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry. Yeah, get lost.
Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone, at least not in a way that could be traceable. I just know you wouldn't.
You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh.
You ain't got the first idea of the likes of me, about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could get me hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But
Ginny?
I'll be in court tomorrow, they say. Some cove came by before and said he'd be my lawyer for me, or like, said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried.
Why are you being like that, Ginny?
Okay, let's talk. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyways, the whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Cause that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums me whole life. If you do what the grubs tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snapped on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. Soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it!
Ginny? Don't you trust Bruno?
After what happened to McGilted, you think I want to die in the omnibus? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. What happened? Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured I'd It paid me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest.
But why, Ginny? Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff that I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half of the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? I'll give it a rest. What'd be the point anyways, eh? Nothing I could say that would make a fine bit of difference.
Please us, Ginny. I'll believe you, whatever it is.
Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I told some unforgivable lies I have. And then Gokichi, he comes from the void. Who dare challenge me? I will have you know, young lady, that I am the greatest of all the liars. I have learned on the weekend. The weekend has given me powers to lie. And lie some more. I have said so many lies that you don't know what I'm saying is true or if it's a lie. Except my love of bird watching. I love bird watching. It's the activity of the weekend.
What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
The unforgivable lies. What do you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now.
Ginny, please.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. Yes, photo of a cat. A photographic print of a really adorable cat. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in having it.
I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in the pocket of that overcoat.
Anyways, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Oh, Ginny.
The white cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Would you have a look at, that's strange. That's strange. Where's my airbag on? What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. Yeah, looking for this? Yes, but how? And when? And how again? Right, yeah, we already read that. Okay, let's check out the print. Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
13th of February, 9 o'clock p.m. Article deposit, one small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Returns deadline, 30th of April, 9 o'clock p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket.
30th of February, that could be significant. It said 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it?
A small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
If Mr. McGilder had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article.
So you
think the box may still be present somewhere in the shop?
Ah, yes. If it's something Mr. McGilder deposited, we need to investigate. The white cat photograph information has been updated in the court record. Let's move out to Windybank's Pawnbrokery. 16th of April, Windybank's Pawnbrokery.
This is what happened then, last night.
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened, unless there's any disturbance.
There's plenty of disturbance. Look at the calendar on the wall. No, you're right about that. Actually.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oh, I heard that. Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I want to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I thought you decided extra men to beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what happened. Harry's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. You know he's our cash cow. He knows he's funding this entire operation.
Your ladyship! Now it on me, you are coming! Please don't take away me pay! It's how I eat! I can't buy fish and chips without it!
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
And then Irish just tosses a handful of coins at Gregson.
You will make sure this man gets better. I don't care how much money it takes.
Of course, your ladyship! The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak!
And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship! As you say, ma'am! As you say! I love how Gregson is absolutely terrified of this 10-year-old girl. She commands the world. She commands the people. The jet in black is totally blindness. I was in agreement about that. Please don't break me kneecaps again. I only just regained mobility. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about personality change. He doesn't want his kneecaps broken in. He doesn't want to be hobbled.
Out of curiosity, Gregson, do you know what hobbling is?
And then Iris hits at the sledgehammer. Hey, where me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice refreshing fruit juice.
Oh, why are you thirsty, Gregson? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some.
Ah, lovely. Thank very much. That really does what your ladyship.
Good to hear that you enjoyed that cup of piss, Gregsy.
What?
That's right, Gregsy. That was a boss. That thermos was filled with Holmesy's urine. So you just drank Holmesy's urine, and now Holmesy is a part of you.
I don't even recognize him like this. Iris is pretty much the mafia of this region. Iris commands the police. Iris controls the police. She's like Mr. Nimbus. Iris, she controls the police. Iris controls the sea creatures and she controls the police. I just want to see someone do like a YouTube poop, but basically like just one of those character sprite videos. Put Iris's head on top of Mr. Nimbus's body. Miss Irish, she controls the police. Let's talk about more shovels.
All right then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here.
Can I, Gregsy?
I mean, you can touch everything. In fact, you can run this entire investigation. Oh, but we were hoping to investigate. There's a crime, for Pete's sake, no touching.
What's the problem, Gregsy? Bruno's a lawyer. You know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are throwing me aside. Please don't kill me. I have a family. Of course, Mr. Rule, how I was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you know, Sir Rat. Just please let me keep my toes.
Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Gina to sign up some representation papers.
It looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. The only way to ensure survival. The police are scouring every inch of this place, by the look of it. Instructions from the auditor to examine every article in the shop and every ledger in the book of the accounts. Every article, but that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're still sifting through all the shifts at least, but still, we'll be working through the night, that's for sure. And even then, we'll barely have scratched the surface. A crime and a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. In every couple's worst nightmare, you know, a crime and a pawnbroker's. And he just warps back. He just warps. Thus, the mysterious Bobby. This officer's been staring intently at the wall ever since before we came here.
Shh! Keep it down!
Oh, sorry.
There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must tell Gracie at once.
But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over my shift.
They really have a tough time, the British police.
That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. Converse. The investigation. So, how's the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that driver we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina, you're going to charge her?
That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
Are you feeling lucky, Gregson? Would not anything bad to happen to your wife and children?
Not the kids. Please, I have nothing to do with this.
Too late, they're gonna die. I see. You already captured the pair of dogs who broke in here last night, have you?
No, what the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? Are you a witch? How? Please don't bring me mind. How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you arrested the two men who shot Mr. Storms, have you?
Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison?
She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Steiner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the officer's policy. No visiting at all. Please don't burn my house down again.
Oh.
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's not have been obliged.
Well, I know where to get more of it. Mr. Gregson.
Please, no! Not again! Not the needles!
Yes, the needles, Gregson. Oh, no.
He didn't seem too bad for the first hour or so, but boy, hemorrhaging like that is enough to make even the one only Sholmes pop down.
Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
But anyways, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding.
But he will be all right, won't he? If you make him better.
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it.
Because if he goes, well, you'll be going to the same place. Really? How you know?
I don't want to die. Please help me, Mr. Lawyer. Please help me. How do I know? Well, it's because, of course, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why.
We'd better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Gregson just doesn't want to die. That's just obvious. Because Iris, she's the type of person where basically something happens to Holmes, she will not be afraid to just burn the entire city down.
Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley.
I'll report you to your ladyship the moment I is out in the operating theatre.
And then Holmes dies in the operating theatre.
No! I'm not losing my toes again! Breathe, damn you!
And then Gregson's just punching on Sherlock's chest.
Breathe, damn you! Eat some fish! Eat some chips!
Shoving his spoon into Sherlock's mouth. The doctor tried to drag him away.
No! I'm not dying!
Her ladyship. Iris, oh, Iris has control. I couldn't help notice, Inspector. What? Out with it, sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. What's the sauce today? I'm a copper, and we don't go in on favoritism.
But he's right, you do treat us differently.
It's cause of those Adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why. Oh? I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about the Inspector, Iris?
I don't remember, really.
It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson's the smartest of Scotland Yarders, is how you put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my maid doubles! Doubles, I tell you! Oh, that's amazing! The first one of the rare instances of a detective in the Ace Attorney series getting a pay raise. All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all of the Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up the fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Holmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No. The great detective will say, he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Gregson.
Every night when the new Rats magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Just so much tea. Drink the tea, Gregson. Ah, lovely. Very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Anyways, as much as I hate to do this, I have to end the episode off because I have somewhere to go. Anyways, I really appreciate that you took over to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.